Hello everyone, it's Colin here and welcome to VERICO TV again. This is July 2012 and I hope you're all doing very well. Summertime in the city, as they say. I hope you're enjoying your summertime. I hope you're taking some nice relaxing family vacation and you're also thinking about your business. Needless to say, if you're reading the newspapers, you probably are. As you know, we've gone through some recent changes again in related to how we do our business, and of course the federal government has decided to make changes which have some impact and may have some longer term impact in relation to our business. The good news is that we have to look at why do these things occur, and certainly they're occurring because obviously we've got a very robust real estate market and we've been very robust in our business, which has been great for all of us. So in life, as in any situation, things do occur, or as I wrote in my latest inspiring thought, shift happens. So you might want to look at reading that particular article in our latest network news. But in any event, these changes may be temporary, they may be long-lasting. In any event, these are the changes that we have with us today. Our lending partners are working with these particular changes and they're voicing their opinions about what they may mean and may mean to our business and may mean to you in terms of how it affects you on an everyday basis doing your business, and of course ultimately the consumer who's impacted by these decisions. So what we're seeing is lenders making their voices heard. If you want to get a lot of information on this, you go to Canada Mortgage Trends and you'll see a lot of commentary and blog information about how this may or may not affect our business overall. I think you need to lend your voice to this particular discussion as well. We have a voice as an industry. We're represented by our associations, and so I urge you to go to the government, each of your provincial associations or national association, and voice your opinion about what you think is relative, and join your voice to what you think is good or bad about the changes that are impacting potentially Canadian consumers and your individual business. The other side of it is that we have to look at, we are represented by our local MPs. And again, your voice can be heard there. Make it known to your local constituents what you think about the impact of these changes, again, to Canadian consumers. Remember, the consumer comes first in this particular discussion because they're of paramount importance. How does it affect our industry? How does it affect our business? How does it affect our growth possibilities? And the big concern issued by latest reports, even from TD Bank and the Royal Bank, related to the potential impact of employment and what that means in terms of growth as far as the housing industry go. This remains to be seen. We're already seeing the normal cycles of market changes in terms of real estate. So these changes probably came not at a particularly good time. So I think the voices can be heard, and we would hope that perhaps these changes may be reversed at some particular point in the future. Now, I've said to you many particular times that obviously things that affect our market are these significant mortgage changes, but at the same time the key factor is, can people afford housing? And that's really an important factor we have to look at, and I think that our unemployment situation remains very constant. We know that mortgage interest rates are going to continue to stay at a lower level. Forecasts are again still in 2013. We're seeing tremendously favorable interest rates for consumers, and so some of this debt kind of cautionary is not bad in that sense because of the low interest rate environment, but at the same time the reality is, let's look at the employment figures. A couple of stats here I think are really important to take in mind, because at the end of the day it's not what you pay or how you pay, it's the amount that you pay, which is important, and Canadian consumers can only do that if they're working diligently and working full-time and happily employed. So here I want to say this, a couple of stats. Average weekly earnings of Canadians are up year over year by 3.1%. Average weekly earnings increased in every province in the 12 months prior to April, with the highest growth in our friends to the far east, Newfoundland and Labrador. The number of people receiving EI decreased for the third consecutive month in April, down 28,600 or minus 5.3%. So there's good news on the job front. This all points to very good, strong economic factors, and I'm sure that as the government has made wise decisions in affecting themselves in the industry, they will also look at making wise decisions. They need to reverse changes at the same time. They're very sensitive to economic growth, as the world is right now, so keep that in mind. One thing I will finalize in this particular commentary a little bit is, the good always do good. The strong always survive. VERICO people know how to adapt, they know how to work with their customer base, they know the things that they need to do. If there's a certain culling of the herd, so to speak, and certain people can't make the cut in terms of the industry, that's good for the industry. I think that's extremely important because the good people should be doing the business that they should be doing. There's a lot more information, as I mentioned, Canada Mortgage Trends about this, but we also did a great webinar with Jared Dreyer and Callum Ross, which was here from the Pro Series. And we're doing a regular schedule of these. You'll see a regular schedule coming out for every month from now to the end of the year. These are extremely well attended. People really enjoy these. But they did a commentary about the changes and the effect that it is. And of course you can see that underlining in this particular video how you can get access to that information. You'll find it very informative, and we're going to continue to bring you up-to-date information on any changes that affect our business and our industry and impact Canadian consumers. Let's move off that a little bit. One of the things talking about training is we are here from the Pro Series is extremely important to us, and we're going to continue to provide more training. We're working on a system now which is, and you'll hear more of this coming out in September, more specific related broker owner training relating to building your business and profitability, and specific agent individual broker training in terms of how to enhance business, how to keep customers, how to retain customers, how to capitalize on customers to make more profitable in terms of your relationship with consumers as well. So you're going to see a whole series of these webinars and information coming out in September. So we're pretty excited about what's happening there. We also are working on a couple of off-the-site information sessions which I think are interesting to you, and we're looking at some product enhancements also that we hope to have in place perhaps by the next video, certainly by September at the latest. So a little kind of what do you think about this coming up. Training sessions, one of the things that we do find, and this is really important for you to understand, when it comes to the support of your internet system, the tools, the services that we have, sometimes people boast that they have the best in the industry. We can confidently boast we do have the best in the industry. We have more tools and services to help you and your business and to serve consumers better than any other company in Canada. Okay? Let me repeat that. Any other company in Canada. You need to know all the services, tools, and products that your company has to offer, and we're very excited and very pleased about all the support systems that we have in place for you. We put on individual sessions for groupings, for companies, so you can learn more and more about that. We've probably put this year over 40 plus webinars in terms of information and support systems of how to use the VERICO systems and products that we have, and you can take advantage of that. So again, look to the bottom of the screen, contact the number and the email at the screen, and set up an individual session so you can make the best out of your services. In today's environment, the key thing about customer relationships is knowledge and trust. The more knowledge that you have, the more tools and services you can provide, the more they're going to trust you. And we know I know you know this, but we want to do all we can to help you. Hence, we're going to change our format of giving you information, and certainly more information to be at your disposal. We came off, many of you heard our Vegas business forum, which was in Las Vegas not too long ago, just a couple of weeks ago. Outstanding success. Again, we want to thank all the suppliers that attended and the support for that particular venue. This was an owners only venue, and we had 140 plus people there. Outstanding event, outstanding information, very, very pleased about it. And already we're looking at what's going to be our venue for next year, whether we have a split program, whether just for agents and owners, and so we're looking at that. More information coming out, but our events are really very well supported in terms of your attendance and your support for them, and thank you very much for that. The team works very hard in putting these events together, and we appreciate your support for them. So look, coming up very soon, probably by September again, the dates for next year, and we want to make sure you're there. So plan year 2013 around this event, because it is the premier event of the year. The other thing that if there are particular training sessions that you think you'd like to see or webinars, then please email us. Let us know about those. We're more than happy to supply that information for you. Remember, anything we can do to help your business is what we're all about. So it's important that you give us positive feedback. Remember, you've got a National Advisory Council across Canada. They're looking for feedback as well. And I know they're working on some new ideas. I know they're coming out with a new interesting charity that they'll be presenting to you again in the next couple of months, and you'll be very pleased about that we can all get behind and support. I want to close with one final comment. It relates to the CMP. Obviously, you've seen the emails out about the top 75. They've changed the categories about this, and sometimes this becomes very controversial. Some people support the ranking of this top 75, and some don't. Our position is simply this: we have the best of the best. If everyone from VERICO submitted, we'd have the top 75 if it was done by fair ranking. There's no questions about it, and I applaud each of you. But at the same time, we realize some people wish to share their numbers, some people don't. Some agree with how it's adjudicated for positioning, some do not, and we respect that. But at the same time, I want to say that if you do want to put your numbers in, we fully support that. We'd love to see as many VERICO people in the top 75. We think that if you work hard, recognition is part of that reward, and so here's an opportunity to get that. So we say, if you'd like to be part of the top 75, please get your numbers in. I know that you'll show very, very well. Those that are opposed to it, we respect that as well. It doesn't take away from your contributions in terms of your production and in terms of your contribution to VERICO. At the same time, remember, we're business, your brand, your way, so this is your choice. Either way, we support you, but that being said, if you want my personal opinion, I'd love to see as many people in the top 75 in VERICO that there is. So I leave that with you. Again, the sun is shining. It's a great summer month, great opportunity, because now those professionals at VERICO have a chance to work with Canadian consumers and show their value. This is your time to really shine. When there's changes afoot, there's opportunity afoot. Please take advantage of it. We're here to help you. Have a great month. Talk to you soon. All the best.